So good day everyone. So I'm the second reporter of this subject. So my topic is all about the interrelationship of phases of the hydrologic cycle. So I will gonna continue the first reporter. So first, what is the hydrological cycle? So the water cycle, also technically known as hydrological cycle. So it's the continuous circulation of water within the Earth's hydrosphere and is driven by solar radiation. So this includes also guys of the atmosphere, land, surface water, and groundwater. So first, there are two types of the hydrological cycle. So first is the precipitation. Next is the evapotranspiration. Next is condensation, interception, runoff, percolation, and groundwater. So first, I'm gonna discuss is the precipitation. So what is precipitation, guys? So it is any product of the condensation of the atmospheric water vapor that falls under gravity of the clouds. So here's the picture. So there are two sub-processes that causes clouds to release the precipitation: the coalescence process and the ice crystal processes. So as water drops reach a critical size, the drop is exposed to gravity and frictional drag. So falling down leaves a turbulent weight behind, so which allows smaller drops to fall faster and to overtake it to join and combine with the least drop. So the other sub-processes that can occur is the crystal formation processes. So it occurs when ice develops in cold clouds or in the cloud formations high in the atmosphere where the freezing temperature occur. So most commonly example of it guys no, common types of it guys no is the snow, rain, and the hail. So also there are also other types, the freezing rain and the sleet. So example of it guys no sa precipitation. So example lake effect snowfall is a good example of this. So it's a vertical cross section summarizing the process of the hydrologic. So it contributes the production to lake effect of the snow. So it's the cycle begins cold winds or horizontal blue arrows, so blow arrow across a large lake. So a phenomena that occurs frequently in the late fall and the winter months around the Great Lakes. So mga examples sa precipitation. So next is the evapotranspiration. So what is the evapotranspiration? So it's the sum of water evaporation and transpiration from a surface area to the atmosphere. So evaporation accounts for the movement of water to the air from sources such as the soil, canopy interception. So here's the picture to sample. So it's a typical plant. So including any found in the landscape absorbs water from soil through its roots. So that water is then used for metabolic and psychologic functions. That water eventually is released to the atmosphere as vapor via plants' stomata. So next is the condensation. So what is condensation? So condensation is the process by which matter changes from a gas or the vapor phase into the liquid phase. So it is also the change of the physical state of matter. So from the gas into the liquid phase is the reverse of vaporization. So water vapor condenses into small airborne particles to form dew, fog, or clouds. So the most active particles to form clouds are the sea salts. So atmospheric ions caused by lighting and combustion products containing sulfurous and nitrous oxides. So condensation is brought about by cooling to the air or by increasing the amount of vapor into the air to saturation point. So here's the sample. So clouds in the sky. So example is all you have to do is to look up in the sky. So clouds are formed as a result of water vapor cooling in the atmosphere as the temperature of the water vapor falls to the dew point or below. So it condenses to become tiny water droplets. So these drops into tiny particles of dust. So in the atmosphere, so it become clouds. Siya sa picture. So next is the interception. So what is interception? So it refers to the precipitation does not reach to the soil, but instead it intercepted by the leaves, so branches of the plants and the forest floor. So it occurs, guys. So in this picture, the canopy interception and the forest floor or the litter layer. So interception is the process of interrupting the movement of water in the chain of transportation events leading to the streams. So next is the runoff. So what is runoff? So also is a precipitation that did not get infiltrated, absorbed into the soil, or did not want to evaporate, and therefore so made its way from the ground surface into the place that water collects. So runoff flows from a drainage basin or watershed that appears in surface streams. So it generally consists of the flow that is unaffected by artificial diversions or storage or other works that society might have on or in a stream of the channel. So sample sa picture. So runoff is nothing more than water, so running off of the land surface. So just as the water you wash your car, example, water in your car which runs off down the driveway as you work. So the rain that Mother Nature covers the landscape which runs off downhill due to gravity. Yung example sa runoff. So next is the infiltration. So what is infiltration? So it's the process by which water on the ground surface enters the soil. It is commonly used in the both hydrology and soil sciences. So the infiltration capacity is defined as the maximum rate of infiltration. So infiltration is the physical processes. So it involves movement of water through the boundary area where the atmospheric interface with the soil. So the surface phenomenon is covered by soil surface. Ang example sa pambigas na So infiltration is caused by multiple factors, including gravity, capillary forces, so absorption, and other osmosis. So many soil characteristics can also play a role in determining the role at which infiltration occurs. So muna siya direct kita. So next is the percolation. So what is percolation? Is the movement of water through the soil, and it's layered by gravity and capillary forces. So the prime moving force of groundwater is gravity. Water that is not in the zone of aeration where air exists is called bodies water. So water that is in the zone of saturation is called the groundwater. For all practical purposes, all groundwater originate as surface water. So sample of it, guys, is the cracking of the trees with the presence of two conditions: sunlight and other influences of the pressure. Muna siyang example. So the last one is the groundwater. So what is groundwater? Groundwater is the water present beneath Earth's surface in soil pore spaces and in the fracture of rock foundations. A unit of rock or an unconsolidated deposit is called an aquifer. It can use a usable quantity of water. So muna siya ang groundwater in the picture. So pababa din siya tanan sa baba, so to the surface of the ground. So that is all of my report guys though. Thank you for listening and have a good day.